Hey everybody, first YouTube video here. My name is Dave, kind of a home improvement guy, semi-retired. Learned a lot from YouTube. Like to share a cool idea that I learned on how to repair a 4x4 fence post that's rotted at the base. I have done it by the dreaded dig it up and pull it out method, which is a pain in the butt. Takes forever. And I discovered a product and have kind of refined it slightly. Let me show you how this is done. So these are the E Z Menders by Simpson. Picked them up at Home Depot for about $8 a piece. You will need 2 of them to do your job. And they come kind of blunt on the tip. And after doing quite a few repairs, I realized you can make it a lot easier if you sharpen them. Let me get one that's sharpened here. I just used a 4-inch grinder. I think you can see the edge is sharpened, and I went all the way up the edge here because that will be a leading edge when we pound these in. So it just takes a few minutes if you can get a 4.5-inch grinder and sharpen the tips. So let's go out and fix this fence post. Tools, you'd need a cordless drill. I've got a Phillips bit on here, some, these are probably 2-inch deck screws, a small sledgehammer, a level, some wrenches. This is a 3/8 by 6-inch galvanized bolt, nut and washer, because this will be out in the weather. And I've got an extra long 3/8 bit. You could probably get by with a standard bit, just be a little different work. And a very large C-clamp helps a lot. Again, you might be able to come up with a little different idea for that. And a smaller sledge helps, and you may need a pry bar of some kind. So let's go out and fix. So I'm outside of the post we're going to fix. Took off a few of the fence pickets here, and down at the bottom you'll usually have two 2x4s connected to the post, and you need to create a little space. I use this pickle fork and wedged it in to create a little space for these to fit. You need about a 1/2, 3/4 of an inch clearance, and if these nails are in the way, you're going to have to take those out and reposition those. On this one, I think we have enough room. So I'll go around the other side and show you how this works. So this is one I'd repaired previously, so you can see the goal is to get these wedged and get that bolt and some deck screws in next to it. And if we grab this pole, you can see that this thing is sturdy. So this is the post. You can see slightly loose, but the wood is fine up here. It's just rotted down where it goes into the concrete. So the next thing you got to do is get down and clean down to the concrete, get any stones or anything out of here that might be in the way. So of course I picked one by a rose bush, but I've done 5 of these and realized how cool this is. This is probably a 30-year-old fence, and I only have 5 that are bad, so I think this will buy us a lot of time. So we're going to put the pointed end down and get it in close to the wood as we can. And it's okay if it tips out a little bit. I like to start it with the small hammer. So what it's doing is it's going in the rotten wood up against the concrete and wedging it. And then we'll go to the other side. So I'm on the other side, same thing. Start it with a small. And it's okay if they open up on you and spread out a little bit. They have this little ledge that's made to hammer, I don't find that to work out very well. And it's okay if you booger the top up a little bit. So I've got my C-clamp on there and I've cinched it down. And they don't have to be up perfectly tight, but do the best you can. And then pick the piece that looks closest to the ground. Try to get them about equal. I think the one on the left is a little bit lower. So that's the one I'm going to put the deck screws in. There's some holes provided, maybe hard to see, but when you put the deck screws in, you've got to use some good push on your cordless drill. So I'll do that off camera and show you what this side looks like. So you can see with the 2 deck screws, I've been able to draw this up pretty close to the 4x4. C-clamp fell down because I took up the slack, and the other one I've still got to draw up. But before you screw the other side, take a look from this perspective and get them about even, because when we get that screwed in, we're going to use this hole provided and try to line drill from one side to the other. So hold on. So the other one's drawn up, and by my eyeball, I think this one is a little higher than this one. So I'm starting my drill with a long bit, a little bit of an upward angle. When I get through to the other side, I can see where it's peeking through and adjust it as I need to. So depending on your luck, this is not too bad. You may have to try from both sides. Probably don't need a bit as long as I had. I just had that. And now we're going to set the galvanized bolt in. Now's the time to put a level on it. You might be able to correct it a little bit before you tighten the bolt down. So I've got the bolt in, washer and nut, they're all galvanized to prevent corrosion out here. And we'll go ahead and tighten this up. Check it with the level, as I said, before you tighten it. So now that I've tightened it down, these screws, you could snug them up a little bit. They probably don't add a lot of strength, but I would do that. And then I cut the excess off. You can use a hacksaw or die grinder, but just for safety, I got grandkids, don't want them getting hurt or the dog getting hurt. We don't need to show it on the video, but we'll go back outside and secure the 2x4s here, hammer them back in, replace the slats, and you're good to go. And this stud is our 4x4. I can't hardly rock it, and that thing is in there. So I hope this helped you out. Please don't waste your time making weird comments. I'm just trying to help people, but appreciate positive ones. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.